Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Easy Bulldog, your dyslexic, well-witted, sarcastic, funny, yeah, it's your average gamer. Today's episode, I've actually got a review today. Today, I'm going to review XDefiant. I sort of understand why people keep referring to it as the COD killer. So I thought I'd just give the game a download, give it a try, and give a personal experience review on it, as someone as myself has been playing COD Warzone since lockdown, and thought it'd be fun to give something else a try. So with that, let's get into this. What is XDefiant? XDefiant is a first-person, high-octane, adrenaline-fueled FSP from Ubisoft. Free to download, free to play. Available on all platforms, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and it's actually worth quite the download. So getting into this thing, I think what I'll do is I'll start with the game's mechanics basically. And now, as my title said, I'm just the average gamer, so I'm not going to go there and break it down like if you hit the left key, or you know, it needs to be smoothed down the generations of vertical line. No, the interactions with the worlds, the movements, the ADSing, all of that kind of thing was very different to get used to versus COD, obviously. But overall, I think game mechanics isn't too bad, actually. I'm not a detailed game mechanics person that it has to run like this, that, and the other. I play games because I have fun, and that's what these games are made for, is it not? These games are games, so let's play games and have some fun with it, man. So honestly, you see by some of the video clips that I've got playing in the background there that it runs beautifully, even on the system that I run it on, which is not top of the range by any standard. To me it was pretty flawless. I mean, there were some things that could definitely use improvements on, but I mean that will come as the game naturally develops and gets a little bit older with time. Next we have graphics. All good, dude. Seriously, it looks and feels great playing. The maps feel fantastic. The look of the maps are really good. I love the feel of some of these maps. These maps are by far some of the best multiplayer maps I've ever seen in an online multiplayer. I really prefer this multiplayer maps to anything else I've played, including COD. No disrespect, but honestly, these maps are beautiful. Some of the cool aspects of this game: factions. That's right, factions. Some of the character models and some of the characters you have in this game come from factions. A lot of them, or all of them, never mind a lot of them, apologies, all of them are from a Ubisoft game in its time. So there's, Splinter Cell, Echelon, there was Far Cry, if I believe it correctly. There's a lot of these little factions that you join and have sort of characters from, and these models and these stories from some of these factions is actually very cool. One of the parts of these factions is that when you choose a certain faction member, a certain amount of kills, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that, does give you sort of this weird ability or a power during the gameplay. And this power or ability that you get is not overkill. It's not like you go there, get this power, and then before you know it, the game's over because some guy's got his power and they just like tear through the entire map. Nope, not at all. They're not overpowered. They don't come so regularly that you always bump into them, and it is such a nice feature to this game. It's one of the reasons I enjoy it. Next thing on the agenda: weaponry. So the weaponry was slightly disappointing, but also not bad in the same breath. It was sort of a breath of fresh air, can I say? The weapons were slightly disappointing in the thing that there were only about 5 or 6 to choose from in every category. So there was only 5 ARs, 5 snipers, 5 SMGs, 5 shotguns, that kind of thing. But having said that, on the same breath of the weaponry being limited in the choice of the kind of guns that you actually have to play with, what I really enjoyed about it, and it sounds strange, is there was a limited amount of attachments. So every gun had attachments, suppressors, iron sights, normal sights, you know, that kind of thing. But there wasn't so many different options that you sat there for hours building this so-called spectacular loadout, only to get your ass handed to you every 2 seconds. You pull the trigger because you missed your ADS speed, or this suppressor that you got like was too loud and gave away your position, or some crap. I mean, that is not there, and I love that about this game. I didn't spend hours trying to do loadouts. The most of my time was actually playing the game. And isn't that part of the course? Is you get your loadout, get your gun, get in the game, and let's have some fun, boys. So from that point of view, the weapon choices and the amount of weapon choices, as well as the add-ons and attachments, to me, worked perfectly. And that's my personal preference. Some people don't. They miss a lot of the stuff. The one thing I do wish the weaponry and the guns did have is a lot more camos. I do think the personalization of some of those weaponry could be a lot better and a lot bigger. But again, it's personal preference, right? But I cannot explain to you how much I enjoyed the fact that I didn't have to spend hours at the shooting range trying to figure out what's meta, what is OP, what's broken, what's not broken, blah, 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 and the stupid cycle repeats itself. No, get in the game, get your weaponry, see what you like, enjoy the game. That is it. That is it. I mean, there is differences. I mean, the M4A1 is very different to the way it feels with the AK, and the SMGs are different to the way they feel to a shotgun. Obviously there's those differences. I mean, don't take that away at all. That is what it is. It's just that it was so refreshing not to spend hours trying to figure out what is OP and what's not. It just, I don't know, to me this just works beautifully. And again, this is not a knock at Warzone for the amount of weapons you get to choose from, or the constant OP guns, or the constant broken guns, or the constant amount of accessories you get for your guns and that kind of thing. It's not a knock at them at all. It's just nice to have something different for me personally, and it was a lot more refreshing to just be, here's your 5 choices, here's your attachments, these are the kind of things it does for your gun. Get in the game and start doing your thing. And because this game works so well, because I mean, one of the cool things about this game is respawn time. You don't spend hours waiting for the respawn. You get shot, 5 seconds later, you're back, and you're there to support your team. And this is the way the multiplayer team universe should be. So having said that, there is a battle pass. There is microtransactions, as every game on the planet actually has now. I didn't explore the battle pass all that well, but I do know that there is some cool stuff inside the battle pass. It's definitely worth a look, without a doubt. One of the biggest talking points about this game was developers said that they will not make the skill-based matchmaking. So you got into a game and you found someone, you found someone in front of you, your enemy is there, and you blink and you're dead. And that's right. You blink and you're dead. It's that happened to me a few times, quite honestly. And at first I thought to myself, okay, what have I got myself into? Then as time went on, because I was taking on some of these guys that were so far better than me, I started learning new tactics, new movements, new strategies, new anything and everything, to be honest with you. And I didn't realize it at the time. I only realized it, not joking, when I jumped in a couple days later to a Warzone game with my mates, and they said, let's do a few reinsurgents. I hate reinsurgents. I don't like playing reinsurgents. I find it exceptionally toxic, and I'm not good at it. So you know, why do I want to play something I don't enjoy and not good at? So regardless of the fact, I jumped into Resurgence, and all of a sudden I was beaming. I had a little few more kills than some of my teammates that have been playing a lot longer than me and that enjoy that mode of the game. I was hitting my shots a lot more. My movements were a lot easier. I was looking at myself like, wait a second, who is this, and how did I learn how to do this now all of a sudden? And then I realized, playing against some of these guys in this different format of game, and playing guys that are a lot more skilled than I am, it just sort of improved my personal skill towards this game, as well as Warzone. And I started implementing both tactics in both games. And you can't just like adapt one to the other, because there are different types of games, different feels, different everything. But for me personally, it was so cool. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I was like seriously into it. I was like, okay, let's get into Reinsurgence. I'm going to do this now. So to be playing other games like this, especially as good as this one, I think is a bonus. It has its plus sides. The non-skilled based matchmaking is a hot topic that everyone hates, loves, doesn't love, blah 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 blah. I learned from it. For me, it worked. It didn't ruin the game thing for me. The gaming experience, it was one of those things where I did like sort of get into a game. I was like, got nailed, and I'm like, I'm not having fun. Then started changing the way I did things, watched other players around me, and became a lot more team orientated, and it was fun. It was really good fun, and you start learning new things, which helps you in other games, especially Warzone or COD or other multiplayers, because it sort of changes as good as holiday, right? So honestly, from that aspect, I do like the idea that there is no skill-based matchmaking, although sometimes it does suck and you don't enjoy the game as much. But I don't know, for me it had a real bonus, something new. And with that said, I'm gonna go back to one of the things that a lot of people have spoken to about this game, is being a COD killer. This is not a COD killer. I'm not going to refer to it as a COD killer. COD is its own game, this is its own game, Warzone is its own thing. One of the reasons I will not call this a COD killer is for the simple fact, and it's with no disrespect to this game or to Warzone, is that Warzone has got a nostalgic attachment to it. When I started playing Warzone was during lockdown. The very first week of lockdown, hit the Xbox. What's the most downloaded game? Warzone. Live under a rock. Didn't know it existed. Played it, and I've been playing it ever since. And because of Warzone, I've met some amazing people and amazing friends. One of my best friends now is a Warzone player, and we got together just after lockdown had originally ended, and we still play together to this date. And he's introduced me to a lot of the people that he knows and friendships with all over the world, and that's what Warzone still brings. This is not that Warzone. This is not a Warzone killer. This is not a COD killer. This is XDefiant by Ubisoft, and it is awesome. Seriously, I love this game. I'm going to continue playing this game. I'm going to upload some videos about this game. I'm going to get better at this game. And I'm even going to get some of my Warzone people to come and play this game. And if they don't like it, they don't have to like it. This is what gaming is about. It's personal preference. You enjoy what you're playing. You're enjoying what you're doing. It's all that gaming's supposed to be about. The moment you lose that interest or that addictiveness to playing something different or enjoying the game, change, dude. It's not worth it. There's no reason to get hung up on it. It is just a game. It is awesome, and it doesn't matter if you like this game, Minecraft, COD, Battlefield. It doesn't matter. Gaming is a lifestyle. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that smash and like, subscribe buttons, hit the notification bell, drop us a comment, tell me if this was helpful to you at all. If it wasn't helpful to you, drop a comment anyway. It's not a problem. With that saying, enjoy the game, everyone. This game is really worth the download. It's really worth the check out. Go ahead, download this game, have some fun, call your mates, get in there and just enjoy. That's what it's all about. Enjoy the game. And I hope to catch you in the next vid. Got some cool new reviews coming up with some other different games, not quite FSPs, but you'll see. So that's it. Laugh hard, laugh continuously. Catch you in the next one.